I'm the facility manager at Embassy Madrid.
I'm Nick Kachova. I'm the senior commercial officer in Helsinki here with the League of Green Embassies.
I'm Carmen Alfaro with the Commercial Service Madrid office and at Hub of Energy.
I'm Ari Nathan, the Environment, Science and Technology Officer here at Embassy Madrid.
And one of the main things that we're doing with this CMR Green Makeover is we're working on the lighting, both exterior and interior. And as you can see, we've got about 13 of these exterior lighting fixtures that we're going to be changing with a product from Rude Lighting. We also have some sodium vapor lights that are on the sides of the building that we'll be changing out as well. I don't know if you have anything extra on that.
Well, it's actually a great product. You're going to see a reduction in your lighting costs exterior, better lighting, less light pollution. And the wonderful thing about it is the LEDs will have a life of some 18 years as opposed to the incumbent fixtures, which you have to rebulb every 3 to 4 years at greater expense. So better lighting, less expense, sounds like a good deal.
This is the Ambassador's swimming pool area, the private swimming pool for the CMR. We've got two companies that are going to be working with us to impact the energy out here. First of all, we've got a company called Photowattio. They're going to be providing us with solar panels that will actually connect into our electric grid here in the embassy that will help us take that amount off of what we pay. We'll be getting it free from the solar. The other company is a Spanish company, Embassies. They're providing a solar system that will help us heat the swimming pool. Today it's very inefficient. It goes through a heat exchanger down in the basement. And with this new product from Embassies, they're going to end up preheating the water into a reservoir tank. And then that water, which is preheated, will go through the heat exchanger, so it'll take much less energy to heat the water and keep it at a temperature that will be good for swimming.
It's a really good application of renewables, an integrated design, if you will, where you're going to use a great solar profile to lower your costs and also provide greater comfort for the pool. So it's a really smart move. Way to go, Terry.
Thank you. We're now in the Chief of Mission Residence Office Manager's office, and one of the issues that we've got in here are the radiators that are used for heat. And today there's a little bit of control with this knob where you can somewhat control the amount of heat, but it's not smart by any form. So we've got some Danfoss products that will be coming that will replace this, and they are a smart valve. So you can set it at a particular temperature and it will know when to come on and when to turn itself off. In the staff lounge back in the kitchen of the residence, we've just installed 3 new chest freezers from Whirlpool. They're replacing ones that have been here for many, many years. These are significantly more energy efficient and they operate with much less electricity, plus they operate with a much better Freon than what was used in the old ones. We were also able to obtain a side-by-side Whirlpool refrigerator for the staff area. And last but not least, we got a new, more efficient microwave. We're now in the library, and one of the issues that we've got in the library is all of the various electronic equipment and the power strips and all of the plug-ins and cords that requires to run everything. For example, here we've got a television set and the TDT that goes with it, and it's all running back through a power strip on the floor. That's the old style power strip. We're going to be replacing that with a Belkin model that has what they call a master and slave plugs. The master would be the television, for example, would be plugged into the master. The other components would be plugged into the slaves. So what happens is when you turn on the television, it automatically turns on all of the other items that are slave on that particular power strip. We'll do the same type of thing over here at the desk with the computer, the printer, the fax machine. Those can all go into power strips that you can easily shut off. Some of them can even be operated by remote control. And then last but not least, in the office setting, quite often people are charging their cell phones or maybe an iPad or an iPhone. We've got a piece of equipment from Belkin where you plug those in, plug it into the wall and push a button. and then that device automatically senses when the electronics are fully charged. Once they're fully charged, it shuts it off so that you're not pulling any more power after the equipment has been fully charged. Here we are in the foyer of the Chief of Mission Residence, and we've changed out some of the lights in here. I can point to the LEDs that we've put up in the spotlights that illuminate the various artwork in here. Something we've not changed yet, but we are in process of, would be the chandelier lights, getting rid of the incandescents and putting in something much more energy efficient. We've also done that with the table lamps in this room, again using the more energy efficient Philips bulb for that.
I'm also happy to say the Philips bulbs have U.S. drivers. They're actually made in California, so there is U.S. content in this. But really what we're looking at from what you showed me outside and now inside is not a lighting evolution, but a lighting revolution, where LEDs are basically redefining light for us. They make the light more comfortable, the color temperature is pleasing. I think the biggest consumers in the world, and the ones that are most sensitive are people, usually for us, it would be a woman who objects to a colder light. Now the LEDs now can mimic the light that make it warm and inviting. Mm-hmm. It looks really great in here. Another great job, Derek.
Thank you.
There's no one silver bullet. There's no one thing that you can do, but it's a combination. You've got this application of solar. You have a great solar profile, so you're going to be able to use a renewable. Inside, you're going to LED lights, which lowers the heat, which then lowers, by lowering the heat in the building, is going to reduce your need to cool the building during warm weather. So all of these factors work together. It's an integrated approach. There's just no one answer.
I want to welcome you to the United States Ambassador's Residence. And thanks to a green makeover using American, European, and Spanish innovation, the U.S. Ambassador's Residence here in Madrid is today cleaner and greener, and an example of thinking globally and acting locally. President Obama said last year, each of us has a part to play in a new future that will benefit all of us. The transition to clean energy has the potential to grow our economy and create millions of jobs, but only if we accelerate this transition, only if we seize the moment, and only if we rally together and act as one nation, workers and entrepreneurs, scientists and citizens, the public and private sectors. At the State Department and at U.S. embassies and consulates around the world, we have, according to Secretary of State Clinton's instructions, taken up our own green diplomacy initiative, which means our embassies are going to become greener. Not only is the State Department following Secretary Clinton's call, we are working shoulder to shoulder with our Spanish colleagues on clean energy foreign policy. And I'd like to extend a special welcome and to express my personal appreciation to Secretary of State for Energy, Fabricio Hernandez, who in a few minutes will tell us about Spain's national efforts to become a global leader in sustainability. But first, let me highlight some of the green technology that we are now using at the residence, and I hope all of you had a chance to visit earlier the exhibits that showcase these sophisticated but practical technologies. We have green generation, environmentally friendly appliances from Whirlpool. Who's here from Whirlpool? Yeah. Energy-saving devices from Belkin. Thank you to Belkin. Smart radiator heating controls from Danfoss. that will reduce heat waste in non-occupied rooms. Radiators equipped with these controls will consume 20 to 30% less energy than traditional models. I'm also pleased that we're able to highlight two other U.S. green companies today. Ameresco, which has a presence in our our home state of Massachusetts, is a leading United States energy savings company that performs custom property-wide audits to uncover areas for cost savings from energy efficiency, renewable energy, and energy management. And the Chevrolet Volt, the automobile that you saw on your way in today, is a hybrid car that provides the longest battery driving range currently on the market. And I understand from my friends from General Motors that it will be available in the new year under the Opel label. So it will be more available in Europe. So I hope you all buy one. You'll also notice LED bulbs from Philips and exterior lighting from Rudd. This will cut our lighting costs by up to 70%. We also have water conservation products from Niagara. And representing the diversity of sources and companies that make these products, I'm happy to note that the solar power and heating units come from Spanish renewable energy companies, Fotowadio and Inertis. I just learned this morning that this entire collaborative project is being recognized with a U.S. Green Building Council Award. This Embassy Green Makeover is part of a global move to clean energy, but we also estimate that these products will significantly lower our energy use by almost 25%, saving over 5,000 euros every year. And given the state of the federal budget, believe me, that will come in handy. For example, each of the individual LED bulbs will last over 20 years, each bulb, saving 120 euros per bulb in terms of replacement. And since a picture is worth 1,000 words, let's see how the light of these LED bulbs compares with conventional incandescent lighting. So if we can turn down the lights, you will see over there a traditional incandescent light, and now a cutting-edge technology that will save a great deal of money. And I defy you to tell me the difference. Lights up. The makeover of this resident is one of 10 similar projects underway throughout Europe that is coordinated by the U.S. State Department League of Green Embassies. The League was launched on Earth Day 2009 by Secretary of State Clinton to help green America's diplomatic operations. Now, over 160 embassies and consulates participate in the League. They are supported by the State Department, the United States Department of Energy, and dozens of energy service companies, American exporters of clean tech products, and other international stakeholders, including the Alliance to Save Energy, which is represented here today, I believe. We believe that collaborating with the private sector and other governments is key to making the transition to clean energy. We are fortunate to have an exceptionally strong partner in the government of Spain. What we are doing in this residence is what we can do in homes and businesses across Spain and the United States by taking advantage of green innovation. We thank all of you for being here this afternoon to hear about what we are doing. You demonstrate by being here your commitment to a greener, better future for all of us. And if you haven't had a chance to see the various projects that we are demonstrating, I hope you will take the opportunity to do that now. And if you are sufficiently impressed with a Whirlpool appliance, or a Belkin energy saving device, or a Danfoss radiator control, or a Volt, or a Chevrolet Volt, you'll go out and buy one tomorrow. Thank you very much.